Hi guys, my name is Carol. Some of you have already watched my videos on YouTube. If you haven't, please check them out. But anyways, I just wanted to show you, give you a little tour around my ultra mini studio. If you watched my other video showing you how to create a vocal booth for $40, that was in a different apartment. Now I've moved into a house, and now I'm in the basement, and we've got a little studio set up down here. I've made my closet into a vocal booth, and the rest of the space here is just used for either tracking or I put my instruments here, and I've got my main desk over here. So I'll give you a quick tour around that, and I'll show you how I've set everything up, and hopefully I can inspire a new studio setup for you. Hey guys, so I'm going to be behind the camera this time, and I'm just going to show you what the place looks like. So basically it's a really tiny room. I have no idea what the dimensions are, but it's pretty small. Needless to say, it's given me all the space I've ever needed, minus the fact that I cannot track drums in here, but we end up using MIDI for that, unfortunately. But that's the way to go. So what I've got set up here is I'm running Logic Pro on my iMac, a 27-inch, and I find that I'm a huge Logic fan, so it works out to be in my favor. I've got a central station remote control that is hooked up to the rack mountable part that is in my rack here, sorry. And this thing is connected to my beautiful JBL speakers that need to be connected with a Cat 5 cable in order for them to communicate with each other, but I haven't connected them with that cable, so every time I turn them on, I have to turn them on each individually. I could have bigger problems, so it's okay. Here we go. I'll tell you about the rest of my rack. Sorry, these references are just really childish. Anyway, so we've got this Avalon down here. It's a AD2022 solid state, beautiful Class A preamp with 2 inputs, and I connect my microphones in there, as you would imagine. They're also really good for any direct input instrument that could go right over here. Okay, and you can also monitor over here. It's not monitoring now because I'm not in the booth, but when I'm in the booth, whoever's sitting out here, which usually is no one, and it's just me in the booth, you can see the levels start to go up and stuff. Alright, so the next thing that we've got, actually I started from the Avalon, but we've got a Focusrite Saffire Pro right above it. That is actually the heart of the entire studio. Everything runs through this machine, and it has 26 inputs, 26 outputs, and it's been with me for a very long time. It's actually very recommendable, very durable. I have never had a problem with it, and I'm going to knock on wood because I probably will, knowing my luck. Now I will. But otherwise, it's an amazing device, and it's very clean. And well, it actually doesn't matter if it's clean or not anymore, because now I've run my preamps through it, and it's only acting as a analog to digital converter, so it doesn't matter about the preamps anymore. I don't use them anymore, but I did, and when I did, they were super clean. But I've graduated to bigger and better things. The next thing you can see here is a beautiful Focusrite 8-channel preamp. This is the extension of the ISA 1. Now it is the ISA 8, and you've got 8 preamps of like the exact same preamp of the ISA 1. So if you have the ISA 1, this is basically the same thing, except there's 8 of them in one rack mountable piece. So I definitely use this for other microphones when I'm miking up my piano or guitars, or I haven't tried it with vocals just yet. I have only had it for like a week or two, so I'm excited about trying that out with vocals. I'm pretty sure it's just as nice, but I've fallen in love with the Avalon, so it's hard to not record vocals on there. So anyways, other than that, I found that when I got this Focusrite 8-channel preamp, that I needed to get like a 25-pin cable that you connect to the analog out. That you might have that problem when you buy this device and you realize that you have nothing to connect it to. So I wouldn't suggest buying it unless you have that cable, which costs an extra $100, and you can connect that cable from like 25 pins in to the box, and then you have 8 XLR outputs that come out of that one cable, and then you connect that cable to whatever audio interface you're using. It's pretty complicated, but I don't know. Ask me if you have any questions. So the next thing, we've got this beautiful Yamaha piano. I think it's from the 1970s, but either way, it's been beautifully restored that you can hardly tell that it wasn't brand new. I've got this thing here, and I usually use 2 Royer microphones that I've got in the vocal booth to mic it up, and it sounds really good. Other than that, I've got a bunch of instruments on the wall here. My amp, some whiskey, and I've got my vocal booth here. So I'd like to tell you about how I set up this whole vocal booth situation, where there are no cables, as you can see over here. All the cables are being run through this little, that under here, under that foam thing, and they're going through the wall and being connected behind the piano all the way to the back of the rig there, and everything's connected nice and quietly behind there. Otherwise, when I'm in the booth, and I had to figure out a solution when I'm recording by myself, because that's 99% of the time when I'm recording it's by myself, I stand in this vocal booth and I get very lonely and I just sing for hours, but it's still fun. So, but anyways, when I'm in here, I realized that I needed to stop running in and out of the booth, so I connected a screen that you know, it acts as a additional screen to my main setup, my main computer that's over there, and I ran a very long USB cable to reach to the desk, and that connected just perfectly, so I had no problems with that. I did have a problem figuring out a way to connect it, and then I realized that a long USB cable did work, so it ended up working just fine. The next thing I have here that I want to show you is a Snow White. No, just kidding. I've got this headphone amp that is a replacement of a Behringer headphone amp that I used to use, and that was just a piece of crap, so I had to toss it out. And this Samson headphone amp is amazing. It's crystal clear, and it has this neat little option that you can select to make it sound better, and when you unselect it, it sounds like crap. So I don't understand why they would give you that option. I thought better was the default. But anyways, you press that button and it sounds crystal clear, and it monitors everything that's going on over there. And you just plug in your headphones over here, and you grab your mouse from the desk, and you're able to run the session just fine inside the vocal booth. So other than that, I've got this Rode K2 that a lot of you are asking me what mic I use. This has been the workhorse of the studio. I've been using this microphone for everything, and it sounds like a dream. I did have an Avalon 737 preamp that I used to run it through, and I realized that every finished product that I would come out with that combo of this microphone and the 737 tube preamp, it would be just a little bit too much noise, because I later realized that when you mix tube and tube together, you get that kind of noise. So I ended up getting the 80-20-20-22, and I put this tube mic through the solid state preamp, and it was a much better combination. So if you're thinking of getting a mic and preamp combo and wanting to spend a few extra bucks, I would suggest a K2 or any tube mic with a solid state preamp as a combo. The next thing that I have here are these two beautiful Royer 121 microphones. They're ribbon mics, obviously, and I use them for any natural sound that I'm trying to get, anything that's super clean. Other than that, that's pretty much my studio, and it's very small, like I told you, but it does more than enough of what I need it to do. And you can check out the rest of my life on YouTube. Hey guys. So yeah, I have a bunch of covers on there. I've got other how-to videos if you're interested, or if you're wanting me to record something for you or whatever, just send me a message. I'm easy to get a hold of. So see you later. Good luck.
So you wanna buy me a drink, but you don't care what I think. I can see it in the way you ain't picking up a single word I say, hoping I'm gonna lay like that chunk of change.